From the origin itself, the object started its motion, but it is always not necessary that it can travel, it can start its motion from the origin. It may start ahead of origin or behind the origin. Now we take it is starting ahead of origin. Suppose, third case, the object from the beginning, when the time is 0, it is not at its origin. If the position is 0, then we take it is origin. It is ahead of origin at some distance. Here the distance is, it may be 10 meter. That means when we observe the object, it is at the distance of 10 meter. Here onwards, if you see, this is 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. In this way, we divide the time interval. Then we move the object in the first interval, in the first 5 seconds. Its distance is, it comes to the position of 20 meter. So the distance covered is 10 meter, because final minus initial. In the next 5 seconds, it goes to 13 meter position. Here also the distance covered is 10 meter. Then it is 40. Then it is 50. Now you see, at every interval, the distance covered 10 meter, 10 meter, 10 meter, 10 meter. Time change 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. In equal interval of time, it covers equal distance. So here also the speed will be constant. If the speed is constant, then definitely we must get the straight line, because the speed is uniform. But the difference is what? It is not starting from its origin. So definitely we must get the graph like this. If we plot the graph by taking the values properly with the proper scale, 5, 10, 15, 20, then here also it is 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. In 5 seconds it is 20 meter. In 0 second also it has some position. For 0 second its position is 10. 5 second its position is 20. 10 second its position is 30. So in this way we get the graph. So it is plot in this way. If we join the points, we get the line. It is also the straight line. Both are straight line. The straight line inclined to both the axes represents the object as in uniform motion, uniform speed. But the difference is what? Here it is starting ahead of origin. So this is one more graph. This is one more graph. This one. So distance, time. Then one more type of graph also can be plotted. Now we take the time interval 0, and in the earlier case, the first case, like this case, it is ahead of origin at the distance of 10 meter. Then we started to observe the motion of object. The clock is moving, running, and in 5 seconds, after 5 seconds, we observe its position is 10 meter. Then after 10 seconds also, its position shows the same thing. Then again same thing. Now you see, time is going, time is moving, but the position, but the distance is not changing. So we say the object at rest. For the rest, if you plot the graph, it will be like this. That is 10 meter, 5, 10, 15, like this. If we plot the points, 0 in 0 time, 10 meter, this is the point, 5 second 10 meter, 10 second 10 meter, 15 second 10 meter. Now the graph comes parallel line to the time axis. Whenever we get the parallel line to the time axis in distance time graph, if a line parallel to time axis, it is said to be at rest. So these are the various types of graph. Here we plotted these graphs by taking the values, but it is not necessary that always the values will be given. Without values also, it is given like this. Graph is given without giving any value. DT graph, straight line is given. What this graph is showing? You should say the graph shows the object is in uniform motion, uniform speed or constant speed. Here, if this graph is given and is asked, what does this graph show? It shows the object is in non-uniform motion and the speed is decreasing continuously. So these are the various types of graph. Then from the graph itself also we can calculate, we can find out the speed from the graph. For uniform motion we will discuss. How? How can we find out the speed of objects from uniform motion? Suppose this is the distance time graph. This is the distance time graph. Then here this is origin, time axis, this is distance axis. It may be in any units, r, kilometer, second, meter. In any unit it may be given. And we get the straight line. The straight line represents the object is in uniform motion. From the graph itself also we can find out the speed, or we can compare the speed of different objects. Comparing the speed of different objects. Suppose this is the representation of motion of a car. Suppose it is the graph for a car A, and we plot the distance time graph for another car. That car is also in uniform motion. This is another car B. Now you see, both the cars started their motion from the same point, but their motion, their speed is different. But individually both the cars are in uniform motion. A is in uniform motion, B is also in uniform motion. Both are in uniform motion, but their speeds different. One is having greater speed, another one is having smaller speed. We can compare which car is traveling with the greater speed and which is smaller speed. That we can compare. For this, just take a point on the time axis. That means at this time, what is the distance traveled by car A and car B? To find out that, just draw a perpendicular. Now, if we find the points, the perpendicular intersect the axis, the graph at these 2 points. It means at the same time, suppose it may be 10 seconds, at 10 seconds, car A covers this much of distance and car B covers this much of distance. So at the same time, different cars are covering different distance. Suppose this distance covered by A is taken as D1, B is taken as D2. Now obviously, which is greater, D1 or D2? Definitely you can say D2 is greater, because from this point we are marking the values 0, 5, 10, 15 like this. So this d2 is greater. Now if we find the speed of B, speed is equal to distance upon time, distance d2 upon t. So equal to d2 upon t. Then coming for the speed of A, for this it is d1 upon t. If we compare these two fractions with the same denominator, but the numerator are different. The fraction with the greater numerator will be the greater. So this one is greater. So speed of A is smaller than speed of B. Speed of B is greater than speed of A. So this is how we compare the speed of two objects. From this also we can calculate the speed. At this point the time will be given. At this point distance will also be given. By taking the ratio, the speed of that B can be calculated. So in short, we can find out. Without doing this, that is for 1 mark. If the same question is asked for 2 marks, you should show all the things. If it is asked for 1 mark, without doing, we can find it out. How? Just to find out which line is making greater angle with the time axis. The graph which makes greater angle with the time axis, whose speed is greater. So B is making greater angle, so the speed of B is greater. This is how we are comparing the speed of different objects, and we plotted the distance time graph. So next topic we will talk about the measurement of time. That we will see in the next video.